I think I'm a special one.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
All right, we're back. This one's episode 34. We're really getting up there in podcast episodes. So what's up, Chad?
What's up, dude? This past week and a half, we have more episodes than we did the previous 3 months.
Yeah, the previous, September through November, December. But yeah, we're back. I like the rhythm of doing it after every men's national team game because it gives us something to talk about. And it doesn't have to be a longer episode, you know.
I also like analyzing the games.
Yeah, because
in more detail.
You could really dive in rather than like when we did it. For the other windows, it was like, oh, what'd you think about this game? And then that's old news by the next game. And then we're talking about old news, but now we could really like react, especially a game like Canada where like we lose. It's a good game, but people are calling for Berhalter's head and like everyone's got a hot take. We have plenty of clips to clip up and put on social media, and it's just entertaining. So I think a U.S. national team loss is good for the podcast. But Matt, dude, if we were around when we lost to Trinidad in 2017, we'd be pretty big time. But yes, this is episode 34. I'm sitting on the other side. We switched sides of the studio, but we did move.
We swapped wingers.
Yeah, so swap wings. We moved my jersey over to my side, this Andrew Catalana custom jersey, Trabzon Sport jersey. On the side of my Ultimate Team card, Chad's on his side. Maybe we stick with it. Maybe we switch every couple episodes, but yeah. So what are you rocking today?
Although we're talking a little bit of US, a little bit of transfers, thought I'd pull out probably one of the freshest kits I got in the closet is this year's purple Barcelona kit. Got it for Christmas.
Who got it for you?
You did.
Yeah, buddy. So
so fresh.
I knew like for Christmas I was gonna get him a soccer kit, and I originally looked for the Venezia kit, but like I think they all sold out everywhere. Or like it would be like 3 or 4 weeks to get it. And like, of course I waited till the last minute. So I was like, all right, I'll just get this Barca one. And it's like a life, like, I feel like some people wear soccer jerseys as like a lifestyle, like shirt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could wear that anywhere. And it's not like, oh, there's a soccer nerd. It's just like, oh, that's a cool.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So I'm wearing, I think this is 2017, 16, 17. So they wore this all red U.S. national team jersey in the 2016 Copa America, 2017 like World Cup qualifying, the Hex. I'm pretty sure I got it at there was a 2016 game at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly for the Copa America, and then there was a 2017 Gold Cup game in Philly as well. We went to both of them. I think I got this there.
Yeah.
Or somebody got it and just like
looks like a training shirt.
It's just red. I don't know. For some reason, this kid reminds me of Bobby Wood. Like Bobby Wood probably just wears this all the time. Yeah, it's pretty cool. No name or number on the back. Yeah. So that's what I'm wearing. You want to get into our big 3-0 win against Honduras?
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously the talk was about how we lost to Canada. Are we in danger of not qualifying? Would this make it more difficult? But like Honduras was the worst team in the octagonal. They were already eliminated. Obviously, like freezing cold weather. Minnesota, not a long distance to travel, so like everything was like in our favor, and they were just bad. I mean, we beat them 4-1 last time in Honduras. So
yeah, we get it. It was cold.
Yeah,
people were freezing, but. Not really sure why they played it in Minnesota. I get like it's just an hour travel from Canada or whatever they said. But you can beat them 3-0 in like California if you want. You know,
yeah,
it's like
I think they were looking out for the travel, and you know, like I turn on every podcast and they're just talking about like it being cold. Like I get it, it's cold, and then it thinks that's the story of the game because it took away from the game. But like, you know, I'm not trying to get on here and talk about how cold it was.
But like
on the Half Storm Weather podcast,
I heard a few players on Honduras got
hypothermia. Yeah, one of the goalie and
Kyoto.
Somebody else. Yeah. But what'd you think of the game? What'd you think of the lineup and the roster first?
Lineup, dude. It's not even fresh in my mind. It's been like 2 days.
So they started Turner again. Started Anthony Robinson again, which that guy didn't. I don't think he subbed out once. Played all 270 minutes. Walker Zimmerman. Since Chris Richards was hurt, we started Miles Robinson. Started Reggie Cannon on the right. Big changes because Chris Richards was injured. Tyler Adams injured. I started Kellen Acosta at the 6th, defensive mid. Then it went Luca Del Toro, Weston McKennie. And then up front, Pulisic got a rest. Went with Jordan Morris, Ricardo Pepi, and Timothy Weah. So I think most of this stuff was planned. Like if Pulisic played great, we played poorly against Canada, it doesn't matter. I think this stuff was planned. I think we're going to get the result anyway. And it's just about managing minutes. Greg's done that the whole World Cup qualifying cycle. So like people, like I went on Instagram and I saw this post. It was like Christian Pulisic benched. Like, no, he was not benched. Like he's not going to bench Christian Pulisic. It's just the fact that he played and started the 2 previous
Maybe
games.
He was benched.
No, he wasn't.
If he played good, he probably would have started. No. If he scored a goal against Canada, like he would have started this game.
He was clearly going to play 30 to 40 minutes. So no Yunus Musa. I think that was pretty well planned as well. And I think just to give other guys a shot, like we were calling for Luca Del Toro.
Del Toro, a great game.
You think?
I thought he was really good.
Yeah. So let's talk about what do you think about the center back partnership first? Because that's the biggest change, right? Chris Richards started the previous 2 games, then he got hurt. So Zimmerman back from injury slides in with Miles Robinson. I think that's the best 2 center backs we have right now.
Yeah, I agree.
I was on here after the El Salvador game, and I was on here after Canada. After Canada, I was talking about how much I think we missed Walker Zimmerman. He is the best leader we have. He's pointing. He's telling people where to go. He's mobile at the back. He's sound defensively, good enough with the ball. I think he's the best we have. And Miles Robinson is solid as well.
There was one play where Honduras were on the counterattack and went out to their winger. And chances are their winger is probably a little bit quicker than he tries nutmegging Walker Zimmerman, and he just gets the nicest, and you could hear it too. Nice clean tackling.
Really?
And it goes straight back to Acosta, I think.
Getting stuck in. Yeah, dude, that guy's class. And my bold prediction is he's going to captain us at the World Cup.
I saw you tweet that.
Yeah, because I believe it. We're going to everyone's going to be we have this center back playing here and John Brooks of Wolfsburg and this. And it's going to be good old Walker Zimmerman wearing the armband in Qatar. And the only reason he won't be is because it'll be maybe he'll give it to Tyler Adams or Christian Pulisic. But Zimmerman was the captain today, and he's the best leader. So no matter who wears the armband, he's always going to be a leader. Yeah. Which I like. He's got a real presence about him, and the hair is sick. I don't know. He's starting to become one of my favorite players.
He's a killer, dude.
Dude, he's such a beast, and he's a beast on set pieces. When you get Walker Zimmerman and Weston McKennie setting picks for each other and running off each other, it's hard to mark. You get those 2 guys. You have whatever forward, a Ricardo Pepi. You have Miles Robinson. That's a pretty good 3 to 4 guys for set pieces.
Wait, did you hear at the end of the first half the Miles Robinson chant the U.S. fans were chanting?
No.
So bad. It was, oh, Miles Robinson. Oh, that was it.
Really?
Yeah. And they just kept doing it.
We got to find it. We should put that on a soundboard or something.
I was why are they chanting Miles Robinson?
Miles Robinson. I've never heard that tune of a chant. You must be getting the...
Yeah, it might be a little off, but you know what I mean. Kellen Acosta looked like prime Xabi Alonso out there.
Yeah, he was spraying balls. He
was really good.
Yeah. I mean, we got to say, this is the weakest midfield that these guys are going to have to play against. But to me, we come on here, we talk about Tyler Adams, he's clearly really good and he keeps the ball ticking for the U.S. But there's something to be said where Kellen Acosta has more in his locker than Tyler Adams. He could hit a better range of passes, and he covers more ground, and his set pieces are dangerous.
Tyler Adams is better defensively covering ground. Tyler Adams.
I think Tyler Adams is better knowing when to step or win a ball. But if Kellen Acosta has to go cover for somebody, Kellen Acosta is better at getting there. To me, not that that's like a huge
Maybe.
deal, but like that's just he's got more range to his like to the ground he can cover. But like Tyler Adams wasn't hitting those passes that Count Acosta was last night. And part of it too was Honduras sat super deep. But
he did have a lot of time on the ball. So it's kind of easy to look
yeah.
at.
And it was away. Was it away at Honduras?
Mm-hmm.
When he was when he got subbed out, at halftime or something? And Tyler Adams was playing right back.
Talking about on the broadcast.
Yeah. So I would like to see him do it somewhere else, but he also just got transferred to LAFC. So it's kind of exciting, new setting. Like I think he's solidified himself as the backup 6, right? And like for me, I'm comfortable playing him. If we have to go to Azteca and like squad rotation or whatever, I don't care. Give me Count Acosta. I don't think I'm gonna sound dumb if like it does end up being a big deal, but I don't think it's that big of a deal to play Count Acosta instead of Tyler Adams. I don't know.
He also whips a good ball in too for some set pieces.
Yeah,
we had Miles Robinson's in the which one was that? Probably the Gold Cup.
The Gold Cup final against Mexico, yeah.
And then he put the one in straight to Weston for the first goal. So
all 3 of our goals came from set pieces. And part of being a possession-based team is that you keep the possession to create chances. If the team you're playing against defends well, that they'll clear those chances, but they'll likely go out for corner kicks or foul, right? Pulisic gets on the ball, they try to foul. And like when you have a guy like Count Acosta to complement creative players or a team making chances who could just whip in a good cross or like a good set piece, then that adds to the attack. So it stinks that we didn't score from the run of play, but also like our run of play got us those chances. So like that's something where like we earned it. It's not like we like scored like scrappy goals. Like we earned the right to score those scrappy goals.
Yeah.
What else? So Weston McKennie, I thought like he's balled out. He's went up a couple levels. I think like it was kind of like a challenge early in the cycle or the World Cup qualifying cycle, but he went up a couple levels clearly. And he's probably been the most consistent player for the US right now. Especially, big time on set pieces. It's huge. What else in the midfield? Luca Del Toro, what do you think?
I thought great game. I guess a little slow start, a little passes went astray. I mean, touches.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I felt like the midfield, Weston and Luca Del Toro. Sorry, I have the hiccups. They were always driving forward with the ball.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not saying like it's good or bad. I'm just saying like, why are they always like, they're always just driving forward with the ball.
Luca Del Toro?
It's like, I think sometimes they just don't have options to play to, and they're just kind of stuck like dribbling down the field.
A couple times I thought like it might have been his fault. I don't know. He was like indecisive and he cut it back and dropped it instead of like slipping someone through or like taking a touch inside to create something and then slipping somebody through. But like after like the 20th minute, he was smooth. Like one time he took like a nice like touch with the outside of his right foot to escape pressure.
That was in the second half, I think.
I'm not sure. He drifted wide a couple times, created like a 3v2 out wide.
He drew the foul for the first goal.
Did he?
Yeah.
I thought that was Jordan Morris.
Mm-mm.
Then there was one time where he like, I think we were like maybe 5 or 10 yards defending near our own box, and he had croquetted somebody and got out of trouble. Like he's one of those guys who's like smooth enough with the ball where he could like evade pressure and carry it 5 to 10 yards and then start the attack.
Yeah,
I like him.
And like I'm a big Darlington Nagbe fan in the MLS, and I always think that the US needs a player like Luca Del Toro or Darlington Nagbe in the team.
Yeah. Nagbe, I feel like would be a guy who comes like a little bit deeper, but same like on the ball, similar profile, but like off the ball, like a little bit different.
I guess so.
I do think the US typically play with inside forwards, right? You play a front three. The wingers aren't super wide. They'll tuck in, and our outside backs will get up.
Narrow.
That's our like attacking 5. Yeah, so I think I would like to see us at times like spread really wide the wingers, but I also think if we have 2 wide wingers, a center forward, and our 2 number 8s like stepped up into those half spaces, and our front 5 is a winger, center mid, striker, center mid, winger, Del Toro in that one of those spots there, because then he could turn or bounce it or turn and drive. That'd be kind of cool. But you really only do that if you have like Pep Guardiola, like João Cancelo, Kyle Walker, inverted fullbacks, which I think is awesome. But
which the US always don't do that because they start so narrow.
Yeah, well,
And
dude,
it's hard to watch because like one time Jordan Morris actually pulled wide instead of making a run to the corner flag from inside to out. He recognized someone was driving forward with the ball. I think it was Weston. Pulled wide, got it, did a 1-2, got a good cross off.
Yeah.
That was some point in the second half.
Yeah, I think that's also why we typically, especially against Canada, we talked about it with Brendan Aronson, why we're not we don't just go. We set we build up slower and we set our attacking structure, because in the theory, if our fullbacks are the width, then you have like the fullbacks, the wingers, the forward as your front five attacking a back four, back five, and you build from there. But if your wingers are too far inside, then like it's easy to mark if you're trying to go, if you're in between that transition and slow build up kind of phase. So I think Berhalter probably prefers to build up slower to get that structure. I was gonna say another thing. If you remember, like Berhalter's first few games, like he was playing Nick Lima because it was a January camp, so he was playing Nick Lima as like what they called the Tyler Adams role, which was like back defensively, who would come play like defensive mid in possession, which I thought was kind of cool. I didn't think it was going to work, but it was like Nick Lima was just the MLS guy to take that system until Tyler Adams got there. But I think that went away. That was no go. But that would be cool to see now. And it kind of saw like hybrid form, like versions of that in like the Mexico what's the name of the tournament? Nations League final. When Tim Ream was like a left back, like a left center back. We played like three in the back. Kind of similar thing.
When he got cooked.
He's all right, dude. I like Tim Ream. Berhalter called him the best passer in the pool out of all the center backs.
That's you.
Yeah, I know. I'm in the pool and I'm a pretty good passer, I would say. So
let's see.
Front three, what do you think?
Morris was all right. Weah was really good, I thought.
Yeah.
Weah brings like off ball movement, like willing to make a run. The one time I have I think Acosta plays the chip ball, which is a really nice look. He had time to clip one over the top. Weah just making an off the ball run, which is something we just didn't see at in Canada. And I think the goalie saved it, and Weah could have scored there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
he's active. I would also like to see Weah as a number 9. Like maybe not in our system it wouldn't work, but as a forward or second forward where he's like just constantly running.
Maybe.
You think Weah is our best attacker right now? If we had a must-win qualifier tomorrow, is Weah the best guy we throw up top? Talking about form, past performance.
He probably starts. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you think he's the best or most important? You could only choose.
I don't know.
You can only choose one of whatever the top 5-6 guys to start. Weah, Pulisic, Morris, Pepe, Ferreira, Zardes, Aronson. Who's the one guy you have to start to make sure we're successful?
Pulisic, he just scored a goal.
Okay, I got it. He's front runner.
Well, like now he's got some confidence.
Yeah, I think if it's just form, it's probably Weah, but like I would still go Pulisic as well.
Well, there's not much form to base. He played 2 games and like just came back from injury. Played like a game or 2 before even coming with the US. So I don't know if there's much form there.
Maybe he was good in these games. He was good against Mexico in the November window. You said Morris, like I like Jordan Morris, and I was on here after the Canada game saying he was looking lively, and I thought highly of him. I didn't think he was too good. Like he wasn't bad. No one was really bad. He just wasn't good. I wish he was a little more clinical, but he does get in behind and like will put in 2 good crosses a game.
Yeah, it's just that he's at a season, worked back from the injury, played with literally 1 game, and then they lost in the playoffs. So like he worked just to get back for 1 game, lost, and then now he's just been like not playing much.
I also think he's
not in.
He doesn't look the part either. You know what I mean? There's not many soccer players built like him.
You think like people like hang out with him like at lunch at the
I would hope
at
so.
the training ground?
I don't think people dislike Jordan Morris, man. Dude, he's a good guy. He was the savior of U.S. soccer, 5 years ago.
You think there's an MLS table and then a
a Europe table? Greg sits at the MLS table.
I feel like the Europe guys like talk about the MLS guys like, yo, look at this scrub
sitting at the MLS table.
But
it's like a varsity and a JV.
Yeah. But like Paul Arriola can bounce back and forth. Like I feel like
he's the definition of the MLS table. What are you talking about?
No, I feel like they kind of like Paul Arriola though.
Everyone likes Paul Arriola, I guess. I don't think we've had a podcast where we haven't talked about Paul Arriola.
He's coming on actually.
Pepe, like it stinks he didn't get a goal, but like sometimes it's the life of the center
where
forward.
He's put, he's not being told to try and get involved in the game. He's literally just sitting up there waiting for opportunities, and he does get on the end of some crosses.
Yeah, like
he makes a lot, like he makes something out of nothing sometimes.
Yeah,
which is pretty impressive.
If you go back and watch,
but I would like to see him more involved in the play.
Yeah, but
why can't he? Sorry, I keep cutting you off. Why can't he just like drop in and someone go fill his spot? You know,
am I good to talk now?
Yeah, your turn.
I feel like I cut you off too. So we took those 3 games. Zardes obviously got the hardest job against Canada, right? Ferreira, we said, came back to the ball too much. That's like the only thing he's like really dangerous at. Like that's his totally game. Zardes was out of it. He's out in left field. I think Pepe was the best mix of like he stretched the game, but like his hold up play's good. Like he'll flick something on or flick something down or like just hold a ball up that you don't think and complete like a 5 or 6 yard pass to somebody that like doesn't look like a big deal. But if you mess that up, then our attack is like in flux and we got to transition for the ball again. But like Pepe will like settle the ball, pass it to somebody, and then we could settle it down or play it in and out of a tight space. Yeah. So I really like it. So I'm like, the more I watch us, the higher I am on Pepe, higher than when he was scoring the goals early in the qualifying cycle. Like I wasn't like that and like impressed. Like he scored the goals, it's cool. I wasn't like
I'm the opposite
on the Pepe train. Like there's a TikTok account that came up on my page. It's called Pepe Season, like Pepe.szn, Pepe Season. It's like, who is that big of a Pepe fan? But like now when someone's not scoring goals, but you know he has the goal scoring ability, but he's still able to like come in and help, I think that's valuable. And I think the goals will come. And Berhalter is pretty confident. He said it. He said that the game model that he uses for our team will get the number 9 chances and goals. I don't think hasn't really happened all cycle or enough, but if it does, if it comes and it changes, and a team like Mexico, a team like Panama, a team like Costa Rica come out and play us a little more, then maybe we can exploit that space and get Pepe those chances that in Berhalter's mind that we get. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Felt like against Honduras, obviously they were sitting pretty deep. You could have plugged any type of forward up. Like you could have plugged the most lazy forward up there, and he probably still would have had the same amount of chances as Pepe.
Who's a good lazy forward? Any in the pool?
I don't know, but what I'm trying to say is that I just wanted to see Pepe more involved in the play.
Yeah,
I feel like there's got to be more like rotation in positions a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with the interchange thing. Yeah, for sure.
Like, so they're playing like really narrow. The wingers, we keep saying this.
Yeah,
I think people are trying to get that the wingers are really narrow, but like that. Say Reggie Cannon would get the ball a few times on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
You get it like he probably could take a touch and cross it. He's like that kind of range.
Yeah,
and like why? And it's always going out to Reggie Cannon. Always going out to Reggie. Why can't Reggie Cannon go inside? Why can't Tim Weah come out and get it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why can't like Weah get the ball and then try and take someone on from there? You know,
that's what
switch it up a little bit.
Here's another Pep Guardiola reference for you. I think that's the basis on probably what Berhalter's trying to do, and maybe the players just aren't thinking like that. It's just positional play. I think Guardiola will tell players to take up positions, like specific positions relative to other people around you, right? So if Cannon's wide, Weah goes inside. If Cannon somehow is inside, it's a funny thing about it, then Weah goes outside. I just don't think we've found Cannon inside. If you really want Cannon in the half space,
I'm not saying I want Cannon inside.
I do think one of the things we see a lot, which I think will work and will get us chances, is like ball goes out to someone like Cannon, and Weah, who's inside, will make the run toward the corner. If Cannon just slips that in, Weah is running in behind and can turn his hips and cross it. But I want to see like maybe Weah makes a run, we skip out Weah and hit the 9, whether that's Pepe, and he might be flicking it on, and Weah is now the third guy, the third man runner. Or Pepe's able to lay it back and we build our attack from there. In a way, it was used as like some kind of a decoy, or, a dummy run or something like that.
That would look nice.
It would look very nice.
But when coaches emphasize outside back and then play a ball to the winger making the run to the corner, like I get it, but the winger's running away from goal, and he's got to adjust his body for a cross. It's kind of tough.
Yeah,
too.
I do think there's like something I would love to get into. There's some strong analytical views about where the best assists come from and where the best goals come from. So if you're constantly getting the ball in like assist areas and getting it into goal, and from those assist areas getting into goal scoring areas, then you're going to create more chances, which is definitely what Berhalter's trying to do. So Weah running, even though he's kind of away from goal, he's running into the assist area. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's the way I see it.
You got any facts?
I'm sure I could pull up some hardcore data.
Sweet.
So yeah, anything else with the national team?
Let me see.
Pulisic get a goal. Got a goal. I think it's great for his confidence. I mean, I know some people were saying, "Wow, why even play Pulisic? He's only gonna get hurt. It's cold." But like to me, like especially when you're up, like get that guy in. Tell him go play for 20 minutes. Go play for 30 minutes. Get your confidence up. Like Berhalter runs this thing like a program, and like part of it too is like you got to take care of your best players, and like if it's getting them confidence, that's man management right there. So
yeah, and the game's kind of more open at that point.
Yeah,
and less pressure. I feel like when he comes off the bench,
yeah,
he just goes in and
he's super sub.
Yeah. So you think I don't know the fact that he picks up a lot of injuries, would you said like it was planning for him not to play. Would you have played him, or would you have?
No, I want him to play 100%. Yeah, in my mind, like it was a clear like plan that he was going to be on the bench, but like we've talked about before, Berhalter thinks of these things in chunks. Whether it's a 30-minute chunk and then he plans a substitution, or a halftime sub where he subs or he does like a double sub, like a lot of these things are planned out. And to me, it's based on data. It's based on like making sure he gets certain guys minutes in certain scenarios of the game. And there was 100% chance he was going to play, unless it was like 5-6-0, something crazy. Like
yeah, I gotcha.
So we're in a good position right now. Next window is at the end of February, early March, or a couple weeks into March.
All March. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, it's a long way to wait, but we do have Champions League coming up, which is going to be sick.
So apparently we're 3 points away from probably locking up.
Yeah.
World Cup spot.
But some other stuff would have to go our way. We do next window. We go at the Azteca, home against Panama and Orlando, where we beat them in 2017 cycle, away to Costa Rica. So Panama's in 4th right now.
You got to get 4 points from those first 2 games
at the Azteca. So Panama's in 4th, Costa Rica's in 5th, both in striking distance like of each other and the top 3. Right, top 3 get the automatic qualifier. Mexico's in 3rd. I think we're 1 point up on them. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, I've heard people say we should just rotate the players for the first game at Azteca, make sure everyone's fresh for Panama, which would be.
Yeah, but I feel like you can go there and get 3 points.
To the Azteca and get 3 points?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude,
he's going bold.
Dude, we are owning Mexico, dude.
Berhalter. I think it would be a real like power, like a real like.
Well, Berhalter's got months to think about it now, dude. He's gonna overthink it too. Who knows what's gonna happen, dude? We never know what's gonna happen.
Nick Lima inverted right back gonna happen again.
Who's he even play for now?
He's got to still be on the Quakes, dude. He's a Quake legend. Dude, no, Austin FC. Right.
Oh, you mean one of those clubs that just forms out of nothing?
Are you a anti-MLS guy? Yeah, that's it. You're sitting at the Euro table at USMNT lunch.
Yeah,
You should make a graphic with like all the MLS, like like a cartoon.
yeah.
What was I gonna say? We got a point the last 2 times we were at Azteca, I think. In the 2017 cycle when Michael Bradley hit that worldie, he freaking tripped Ochoa. And then what was the cycle before we were at the Azteca? I don't remember us getting a point. Klinsmann cycle. I forget. Anyway, like get a point there. Home to Panama's pretty much a must win. Away at Costa Rica isn't as tough as it was before, but they're playing better. Joe Campbell,
but they might need to win too.
Yeah, I got you.
And Panama's going to need to win.
Yeah. So they're all. This is a
Grant
gauntlet.
Wall said that actually. Shout out Grant Wall.
Yeah,
he said,
especially they're fighting for that fourth place spot.
Going to be the biggest game of Panama's players' careers.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, they did make the World Cup last time,
so it's going to be intense.
Yeah, Panama didn't look too good. They were 0-0 with Mexico a couple days ago. Then Mexico got gifted a penalty. What Costa Rica went in Azteca, I think it was at Azteca, tied 0-0. Mexico just looked so boring. Costa Rica defended so deep. Mexico just knocked the ball around so like nonchalant, didn't come to anything. Ball would go out, Costa Rica would clear it. Joel Campbell would like bring it down, hold it up, and they would attack for like a minute and then give it up again. But Joel Campbell's playing some good soccer for Costa Rica. That's my boy.
That is your boy.
Yeah, I've liked him for a couple cycles now.
Cycles.
We talking cycles. We talking windows.
Talking ball progression.
We talking wide progressions. We're talking ball circulation. We're talking. We should make like on the after.
What does Zimmerman say?
Wide progression.
Wide progression.
Yeah. We should just. We should make a episode named Wide Progression or something.
Just talk about
or like a segment like
how important wide progressions are.
The art of wide progression. Like how the highlight videos from AS comps, it'll be like, like Ronaldinho when football became art, or like Tony Cruz, unpressable.
Walker Zimmerman, the art of the wide progression.
The art of wide progression. All right. Anything else, or do you want to get some transfers?
Yeah, let's talk some transfers, dude.
We already covered the biggest transfer, Calvin Acosta to LAFC.
Yeah. And
hit me with some.
Any other MLS ones? They got the Douglas Costa to LA Galaxy. Dude, I didn't even know.
I think that's pretty cool. It's a sick. He was on. I can't remember if he was on Bayern first or Juve first. Then he went to the other one.
He's on Juve. He's on loan.
They loaned him to somewhere in Brazil, and now he's going to be on a 6-month loan to LA Galaxy, and then a 2-year contract after that.
I feel like he's going to tear up the league.
I think he's going to be good. Yeah. I don't know how good I haven't watched him in years, but he was on the Brazil World Cup team in 2018, I think.
Dude,
crazy.
Insigne when the Galaxy played Toronto. Insigne versus Douglas Costa.
Bob Bradley versus
his former. No, wait,
no. But who's the Galaxy coach?
I don't know.
Perry Kitchen still play?
The weirdest question. Yeah.
Let's get him at the MLS table.
Let's see.
Oh, a big MLS transfer. Austin Trusty from Colorado Rapids to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Just like makes no sense. The same guy that owns the Rapids owns Arsenal. So they're literally just moving money around. It's very like, it's just a worst case of like, Miazga went to Chelsea. He was performing in MLS very well. Just kept getting loaned out. Then you had like Eric Palmer Brown, the Man City, kept getting loaned out. But like both of those guys were like more established than what Austin Trusty is right now. But he'll go to Arsenal. He'll probably train, get loaned out, and that's it.
Dude, it happened on like a random Tuesday.
Yeah, it was just like no rumors or anything. It was just like Taylor Tolman was like, "Yep, Austin Trusty's going to Arsenal." So like him and Matt Turner.
It's weird. You want to stick? I'll run through some like major Premier League transfers.
The big ones.
You want to talk about how do you think Coutinho will do at Villa?
Oh, it's great. He's already been doing well.
Yeah,
I think Coutinho just get him in like a new situation and he'll do fine. I think he started for Brazil this window too. Like,
yeah, I think
he's a Brazil starter. He's still quality.
Yeah, class. And then
We should just make it a point to use all of, like, the soccer terms. Like, we'll come on here with 3/4 pants. We'll just talk about, wide progressions all day.
They also signed Luca Dini from my Everton.
Yeah.
So Chelsea didn't bring anybody in.
Really?
No one of
Who should they have brought it?
I heard they were going for Dest. I heard they were going for Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah, I heard that too. Dude, Barca
Cool.
hate Dembele. Like, they actively despise that guy because he just won't take a pay cut.
Here, let's look at some of the biggest. Okay. Vlahovic. What do you think about that
dude.
deal?
Yeah, we should have talked about this. I love that guy. Like, maybe it's just because, like, I think of him as, like, kind of like a meme, like Erling Haaland, like big, like kind of goofy, like. But if you thought of the perfect name for a soccer player, like, Vlahovic is up there, right? Anything with Ovic, Vlahovic, and it's just like, I heard, I kind of like, and he was gaining popularity like mid-October, early November, and like then I watched like one or two like Fiorentina games. I'm not gonna act like I know anything about Fiorentina, but like I started watching his highlights, I started reading a lot about him, and like I like that guy. And like if you went straight to like the Premier League or something, like there's Arsenal rumors. I don't know if it would have worked out, but I think Vlahovic himself knows, like, if he could do it for Fiorentina, he'll be able to do it for Juve. So what was it, 75 million euros and like a $7 million euro salary.
Yeah, I don't have the number here.
It's crazy. It escalated very quickly, like for him to go in January too. For Juve to splash that cash in January.
Yeah.
But
I
mean,
worth it though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like anytime like you could take a gamble on a number 9 like that, like I think it's worth it. That's why I think all these big clubs should go after him.
And he's in the same league too.
Yeah, exactly. I think
like there's no pressure going mid-season to the Premier League, which is different.
Mm-hmm. And I also, since it's tied to Juve are tight on cash. They signed Zakaria from the, coming from the Bundesliga, so it's a bit of a change. But like I think he's going to be really good. Signed him on a $5 million deal, and then they'll just pay him more and extend his contract. But to offload some of that cash, Kulusevski and Bentancur. Yep. And Bentancur was playing pretty well this season, both on loan at Tottenham. I think they're going to buy him at some point.
I think Bentancur is permanent.
Oh, really? But the guy who runs Spurs is the old Juve executive.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's
Kulusevski is. I love that guy.
Really? He hasn't done a whole lot.
He was so good at Parma, and then obviously he got bought by Juventus.
I actually remember Gary V was trying to get into the soccer cards, and he tweeted like, "Who's the next big star? Like, whose soccer card should I buy?" And he tweeted at him to get Kulusevski cards.
I told him Kulusevski and forget someone else.
Mbappe.
Nah, I told him another one too. But have you seen the stuff with all the Arsenal fans
No.
trying to figure out if Isak is going to Arsenal? They like. I forget what they did. Apparently, he was at like a nightclub in London.
I don't believe that at all.
Yeah.
Nobody goes to Arsenal. Every one of these guys we mentioned so far is like transferred to Arsenal, and they got Austin Trusty.
And they saw he got in a car. He was in London or something, and he got in a car, and they or maybe he was in Spain and got in a car, and they looked up where the car was from, and it was England.
It's ridiculous.
Like Arsenal fans were just going crazy.
Arsenal drove a car down half of Europe to get to Spain to pick up Isak. Anything else in like Serie A or what do you?
Serie A,
no, nothing big. What else you want to talk about? Anything not much in the Bundesliga either, really.
No, Bayern didn't get anybody.
No, Bayern really don't need anybody.
Barca got Aubameyang.
Yeah, on a free too. Because they were gonna get him on a loan deal, and then Arsenal ended up just like releasing him so he could leave, which is kind of funny. Good, like low risk move for Barca.
Yeah,
like it might be better than playing Luke De Jong as your 9. Anything else? Well, dude, Real Madrid apparently agreed to terms with Mbappe. Like I've seen it's like pretty much confirmed, but neither team has confirmed it yet. So like that's why it's still weird to me. But Mbappe's a free agent in the summer, So everyone kind of knew that was going to happen anyway. I think Mbappe wanted to leave.
So is that 100%?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it is.
Huh.
I think it's pretty much going to happen, but it's not like confirmed yet. I don't know. It's going to be cool. I kind of hope Real Madrid sign Haaland too. So it's just like Haaland and Mbappe and Vinicius. You know how I feel about Vinicius.
That'd be insane.
That front three.
And then you get Vlahovic. And they all play on the same team.
That's like something you do on FIFA. And then you just play a 3-5-2. So you just have like all these, or a 3-4-3. So you have five attackers pretty much. And then attacking mid, you have 6 attackers.
Yeah. What else?
Nothing big in
Newcastle kind of went off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Sevilla signed Tecatito, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So reason to root against Sevilla, I guess.
Pretty cheap too, I heard.
Mexican players aren't in good form. Sorry, what were you saying? Newcastle?
Yeah. They signed Guillermes. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, from Lyon.
Yeah.
They signed Dan Burn, right? From
center backs.
From Brighton. They signed
Chris Wood,
Kieran Trippier. Anybody else?
Matt Target.
Matty Target. Yeah, wow, on loan. But like that's like these are just signings to get them like one, they got to stay up, and then to get them to that like solidly in the top 10 to 8. And then I think you'll see like once they get that squad up, then they'll start to splash on somebody else. Like, could João Felix go to Newcastle?
No.
All right. I thought I was trying to be a FC Wonder kid, like gonna go bold. I thought you were gonna like could be, and then like we had some suspense, but no, he just shot that one down. All right. Didn't I remember we were talking about Newcastle, and I said like, what if they went like very in on the like South Americans, like they already had Almiron. So what if they went like that route, but like Dan Burn doesn't, or Kieran Trippier, they don't really fit that mold. But like they're all just quality players, I guess. So
yeah, I hope they stay up.
I
that would suck to see them spend like a lot of money and then go down.
You think they'd have a fire sale or just try to dominate the championship?
I mean, some of like I don't know how to pronounce his name, Guillermes or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know if he would stay if they got relegated.
Yeah, but he's young and on a good deal, so I would think it's one for the future.
What do you think about some of Everton's moves from an outside perspective?
So they signed Malenko. Malenko. Well, I actually had a long shot bet on Malenko to win the young player of the tournament. Malenko. Win young player of the tournament at the Euros, and he didn't win. I also had a bet on I think I said this, on Donnarumma to win young player of the tournament, and he won player of the tournament. So I lost that bet.
That's like the worst thing I ever heard.
I was so right, dude. That's probably a good signing because I heard good things about him. Who else did they bring in? They brought in Dele Alli. I think that's kind of cool. Obviously Frank Lampard as a manager. Like I hated him at Chelsea. I thought he was doing a terrible job, but like I'm sure he learned. Like, and a place like Everton is probably a better fit for him anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. It's kind of the opposite of Benitez, where he goes in, it's like, oh, well, if he loses a few in a row, like people are going to start getting mad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but Frank Lampard, you like, I like him, so it's easy for me to root for him.
Yeah,
you know. And what people say is that he brought in a lot of good young players, like got them first team minutes at Chelsea. So maybe that'll help with some of the young players that Everton has.
And I would say, like, as long as they don't get relegated, he's not going to be judged super hard on results. It's always going to be looked towards like, oh, Lampard's building something, whereas Benitez is like, what's Benitez going to build? He's just trying to get you results.
Yeah, like Everton has had a lot of managers in the past few years.
Yeah.
And like the way they like promote it on social media and stuff, it kind of looks like it's kind of like a new signing.
Like Lampard's like he's like, all right, we're here. We're turning this thing around.
Yeah, well, it's more like long term.
Yeah.
You know,
less transactional, which is what Benitez was. And I think they knew Ancelotti would be that as well.
Mm-hmm. And they got Donny van de Beek.
Oh, yeah. On loan or purchase?
Loan.
Yeah, because everybody at United was calling for Van de Beek to play more or get rid of him. Like,
it'd be interesting to see how he does, because under Ole, didn't obviously get much playing time. It still wasn't getting much playing time under Ragnick. So I'm starting to think maybe Van de Beek just
Yeah,
maybe he's just not that good. But
all
hopefully
the United
Lampard can get something out of him.
all the United fans I know would just complain about Van de Beek not playing. But like maybe it's Van de Beek that's the problem, I don't know. I like Van de Beek as well. Like
Every United fan's just like play Van de Beek instead of Fred.
As if Van de Beek's gonna like win you the Premier League. Like Ronaldo's still. I hate Ronaldo right now. Like I don't hate him as I hate the way he plays. I hate the way like the team's not likable. But yet like Van de Beek was gonna fix everything. It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah. Wait, that Dele Alli deal, real quick, is like free unless he plays like 20 games and has a certain amount of goals, appearances. So like right now, it's basically like nothing.
So
and
what
then
would
they
they have to
pay.
pay?
I think they pay if he does well. It's kind of solid. And people think like he's just gonna like Dele Alli and Van de Beek are just gonna slot right into the team. Like I don't.
They'll fight for spots.
I don't think either of them are like. I mean, my first two choices at center mid are Allen and Doucouré.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Like, I would assume they play a 4-2-3-1. I also think a lot of young managers, I feel like specifically, will like take the risk and like be like a 3 in the back kind of thing. Lampard did it a little bit at Chelsea. So like, what if Lampard just comes in as like, all right, we're playing a 3-5-2,
which I wouldn't even be too mad about because the last time Everton got a point was home against Chelsea. I think it was home, and we played three center backs, and we looked pretty good.
You have a lot of center backs on the roster too.
Decent amount.
I also think, what if Everton with Lampard becomes a place where they bring young guys through, whether they're academy or young guys from elsewhere, bring them in, or someone like Dele Alli and Van de Beek, who like Van de Beek a little bit different, but in the Premier League doesn't work out. They bring him in to try and like get their career back going again.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like rejects from big clubs. Like who's a guy like that now? Maybe like
well, they just got two of them. So
I was just trying to think like real quick off the top of my head another guy, but that makes sense. Anything else in the Premier League? So Arsenal didn't do anything other than Matt Turner. I wish I like this Arsenal team, man. I wish they if they would have got Vlahovic, like that'd be kind of sick. Like every game would be like must watch.
They should have went for Isak.
So Spurs, like we already talked about Spurs. So Spurs, was it loaned Ndombele to, was it Lyon? So Lyon bring in Ndombele, and I think there's a purchase, like if they want to, it's like 50 or 60 million, which it stinks it didn't work out for him at Spurs because I think that guy's pretty special. Then they, as predictable as it comes, they loan Bryan Gill out back to La Liga. Like that guy should just not leave La Liga. Like he's been a wonder kid in La Liga, goes to Premier League, doesn't cut it, back to La Liga. Like,
and I like watching him play. He's actually really good.
Yeah, he's good. He's just a La Liga player. Like he's gonna end up just being the guy at like not big three at La Liga team for 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna be the guy at like a Bilbao.
Wins a few Europa Leagues.
Yeah. If you anything else?
It's a lock that Valencia or Villarreal or Sevilla are going to the Europa League final.
Those European nights, man. Hey, that's why Bryan Gill went to Spurs. Spurs Day Thursday. Any other like big transfers? City brought in the young guy from River Plate, I think. I think Julian Alvarez, but he's going back on loan. So that might be one for the future, but that team's already stacked. So
I'll keep him in the back of my mind.
Just in case. Yeah. Add him to your scouting network.
Pretty big window though, like transfer window. I feel like a lot happened.
I think teams, like clubs, must just like to participate in the window. I think they like feeding rumors out just to get everybody hyped up. Our boy Ty Cantwell went to Bournemouth.
Oh yeah.
Why?
I guess he wasn't getting the game time at Norwich. So I mean, I think Bournemouth are going up. So if he goes on loan to Bournemouth, maybe they buy him.
Or he goes back to Norwich.
And like Norwich is getting relegated.
Just tell Cantwell to get ready for the championship and give him some experience.
And it's like a thing that people know that Cantwell like just balls out in the championship.
But not in the Premier League.
Yeah.
All right, and anything else? This is a pretty good episode for a fairly like uneventful game.
Yeah.
Talk a lot of national team, like some fun like transfer kind of. I would also kind of like to know if people would rather hear us like talk informally about these or like go down a list, because like that discussion was pretty much just like, oh, what do you think about this? Hey, what about this?
Yeah.
So
maybe we could talk like how they fit into a team, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe when Champions League comes around, we break down some of the games.
Yeah, kind of like we do with
Like
the
a big
national
game.
team. Yeah, dude, I'm so every year for the Champions League, I just get so excited. Like it just hits me like the week, the day before Champions League comes back. I'm like, oh, sick! I can look forward to Champions League. So I'm pumped. Those are going to be some good games.
Yeah, we got FA Cup this weekend. Middlesbrough just beat Man United and Pens.
Yeah, so no Premier League till Tuesday, I think. So I'll be watching like all Liga, Bundesliga. Bundesliga's back. Giovanni Reina's back. So I'm gonna tune into that. I'm so excited to watch
Giovanni Reina.
Giovanni.
What did you call him?
Giovanni. Nah, dude, Reina's gonna be a beast. I'm so excited.
So Bundesliga's back?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Is that it? Want to end it?
Yeah, we can end it.
All right. So that was episode 34. Peace.
All right. See you guys.